Okay, welcome, Pahrump. This is Dr. Michael Reiner, your host of the Independent Doctors of Pahrump. And as you were probably watching the first segment of the show, you know the background has significantly changed, and this is the live portion of the show. I had a little trouble getting out of the office today, and so they usually run a 15-minute segment, or if I can't make it at all, which was the case last week, just due to the load of patients, and they'll run a rerun. But anyway, this is the live portion of the show, and the number should be below your screen, 727-8750, for those who do want to call in and make any comment or ask any questions. And I know when some people figure out it's a rerun, they might be switching to something else. But it's always good to hear things a second and sometimes even a third time. You obtain a higher level of learning when you do that. Things you might have missed become more significant the second time around. That being said, I really don't have any particular topics for this evening. One of the things that came up over the last week was that Dr. Jonak and I had attended the Beatty workshop on healthcare. And I didn't even realize that there was an article in the paper. I didn't even realize that the Pahrump Valley Times was going to carry that particular segment. But Dr. Jonak, who's been a longtime friend of mine, has been working with the sheriff here locally to provide services for the jail and the jail inmates. That's a very hard and yet difficult issue, and Mike is donating his time and effort to go up to the jail and take care of those inmates there. It's a real service to the community, not having to bring all of those people out to the doctor's offices for that. I think we have a caller on the phone, Luis. Luis, are you there?
Yeah, Doc, this is Louis DeCanio, Doc.
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Okay, listen, could you, I've had the gout recently, and it's very painful.
Mm-hmm.
Could you explain how I get the gout, and how do I get rid of the gout?
Okay, good question. Gout is a condition of uric acid crystals. So within that, people can become what they call overproducers or undersecretors of uric acid. Uric acid is a byproduct of protein metabolism. Every one of us forms gout in our lifetime. It's something that we all do because we eat protein. Now, during different times in our lives, we can become, the best way I can explain to you is to take a teaspoon of salt and you pour it in water, and the salt will go and you'll stir it and it'll go into solution. Going into solution means that it's invisible in the water. Let the water evaporate and the salt crystals will now form on the edge of the glass. And that's exactly what happens with uric acid, in that if you get dehydrated for whatever reason, the uric acid in our system will come out of solution and form a salt crystal. When it forms that salt crystal, it usually does it inside of a joint in our body, usually in our toe, or it could be really in any particular joint. And it's like a splinter. It's like all of a sudden somebody just beamed a splinter into your joint, and it becomes very red, irritated, swollen. Your body is trying to digest it, and it can't very well. So hydration is the key to preventing gout. Things that can initiate it, a lot of people sometimes are on water pills, hydrochlorothiazide, Lasix, diuretics, and they cause you not only to excrete sodium and potassium, but they cause you to reabsorb uric acid. So if you happen to be one of these people that genetically make too much and then you alter the balance by either taking a water pill, then your body will reabsorb that and you will have higher concentrations of uric acid. Get a little dehydrated, and then the uric acid will come out of solution and cause you a lot of pain. With that being said, alcohol is one of those things that doesn't necessarily cause gout, but it causes dehydration. Eat a little rich food, eat a little protein, get a little dehydrated. The alcohol always dehydrates us, because it forces us to develop ADH secretion, vasopressin, which means we make a lot of urine. So we dehydrate ourselves on alcohol. So very common when people are drinking wine or doing those things, we become dehydrated and we form uric acid crystals. Sometimes in the cases, your body is just genetically will produce a lot of uric acid crystals. So you can either become what they call an overproducer or an undersecretor. And the undersecretors, meaning you're not secreting it from your kidneys, are people that are on diuretics or for whatever reason. So how do you get rid of it? Well, really the key is prevention. Not doing those activities which cause that, not linking, eating a lot of food that is rich in protein and then drinking and then getting dehydrated. Certainly that would be a big help. Hydrating yourself can be very important. Keeping your body fluids up will help the uric acid not come out of solution. Doing a particular blood test to see what your uric acid level is. So let's suppose you're on a diuretic and you get the gout. One of the medications I've used in my office is probenecid. Probenecid actually helps you to excrete the uric acid out of your kidneys. It used to be given with penicillin to make penicillin last longer. But probenecid is one of those drugs that will help you to excrete uric acid. The only contraindication or not, the reason not to take probenecid is if you have a history of kidney stones. The reason why is because uric acid crystals can now form in your urine because you've increased the concentration of that salt in your urine, and that can form a nidus or a starting point for kidney stones. So if you have a history of kidney stones, you can't take probenecid. A lot of people take allopurinol. Allopurinol is a medication that actually decreases the production of uric acid in our system. It comes in 100 or 300 milligram tablets. People can take one or any one of that. They also have some new products out called Uloric, which also works similar to allopurinol by keeping us from producing a lot of uric acid. And so those are some of the treatments that are out. If you get an active gout inflammation, you're taking nonsteroidals, indomethacin, which is a very difficult nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory agent. It basically causes to decrease the inflammation while your body rehydrates itself and you reabsorb that. So I hope that was a good enough explanation for you. I think that sums it up in the best terms I know how. So if you got it, if you came out of nowhere and you're not sure where you got it from, I suggest you get a blood test. I suggest you analyze what you did prior to developing the gout, and your answer might lie within them. Let's see, since this is an abbreviated segment, I think we have this break and then one more break. When we take the next break, when we come back from this break, I'm going to give away a Soleus Go, which is one of these things on your wrist. And we will do that when we take the next break. And the 8th caller, not this break, but the next break, when we go to the next break, the 8th caller will win a Soleus Go. And that's similar to this thing. It connects in. And I would suggest that for those people that call in, if you have a smartphone, like an Android or a phone like that, then it will sync to your phone. It is, as I reach down, this will be the item we will be giving away when we come back from the break at the next break. So we'll be right back. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Reiner, your host of the Independent Doctors of Pahrump, a TV show that airs Monday night on Channel 46. I want to remind you that I am a practicing physician in Pahrump, and I'm an independent practitioner, which means I am not bought by any insurance company or corporate medicine. We provide the highest level of care. We have nurse practitioners. We have other physicians, specialists who come to our office. Please come visit me. I'm at 1316 East Calvada here in the heart of Pahrump. Thank you.